Hello guys, in today's video, we will explain some of the amazing features of Apple's new smartphone models, the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. Apple's new high-end flagship phones, the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max, were announced on September 7. The iPhone 14 Pro models have a lot more features than the iPhone 14 models. The cameras are better, the displays are better, the A16 chip is faster and more reliable. The 6.1-inch and 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro models look like the iPhone 13 Pro models. They have flat edges, a stainless steel body, a textured matte glass back, IP68 water resistance, and a ceramic shield that protects the screen. However, the camera bumps are bigger to fit the new lenses, and the display has also changed. There is no longer a notch for the true depth camera system. Instead, Apple is using what it calls the dynamic island, which is a pill-shaped cutout in the front of the screen that holds the camera equipment and can change shape and size based on what is on the screen. The iPhone 14 Pro comes in space black, deep purple, silver, and gold color. Before continuing further, kindly hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for more interesting updates from us. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max have a new Super Retina XDR display with updated ProMotion technology that lets the screen stay on all the time. The always-on display is made possible by a new refresh rate of 1 Hz to 120 Hz and better technologies that use less power. When the always-on display is turned on, you can always see the time, widgets, and live activities at a glance, but the wallpaper is dimmed. The A16 chip in the iPhone 14 Pro models has been updated. This is the first time that the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Pro had different chips. The A16 is the first chip to be made with the new 4nm process, which makes it faster and more efficient. The A16 has a faster 6-core CPU, a faster 5-core GPU with 50% more memory bandwidth. The iPhone 14 Pro models can shoot it up to 48 MP with Pro RAW. This means that the new iPhones can take professional photos that look great. The second-generation sensor-shift optical image stabilization reduces shake and blur, and the new 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera has larger pixels for sharper images with more details and a better macro mode. The front-facing true depth camera now has an improved f/1.9 aperture for better selfies and videos in low light. There are still things like night mode, smart HDR4, portrait mode, and photographic styles. The iPhone 14 Pro models have a dual-core accelerometer that can measure up to 256 Gs. The accelerometer and a high dynamic range gyroscope power a crash detection feature that can call emergency services if you're in a serious accident and can't reach your iPhone. Apple also uses other sensors to power this feature. The barometer can detect changes in cabin pressure, the GPS can watch for changes in speed, and the microphone can listen for sounds like a car crash. Apple also added an option called Emergency SOS via satellite. This lets the iPhone 14 connect directly to satellites in an emergency when neither Wi-Fi nor cellular service is available. Emergency SOS via satellite works in open areas with few trees, and it lets users send text to emergency workers. When you are hiking or camping in a remote area and have satellite connectivity, you can also use Find My to let your friends and family know where you are. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max have better battery life than the iPhone 13 Pro models. The iPhone 14 Pro can last up to 23 hours when watching videos, while the Pro Max can last up to 29 hours. There are models of the iPhone 14 Pro with 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB of storage space. MagSafe charging is still supported up to 15W, and fast charging over Lightning is possible with a 20W charger or higher. Bluetooth 5.3 can also be used with the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. The iPhone 14 Pro screen has rounded corners that are part of a beautiful curved design. These corners are inside a standard rectangle. When the screen is shaped like a standard rectangle, it is 6.12 inches across. Actual viewable area is less. At 460 ppi, it has a resolution of 2556 by 1179 pixels. The display on the iPhone 14 Pro Max is slightly larger, which is 6.69 inches diagonally. Actual viewable area is less. At 460 ppi, it has a resolution of 2796 by 1290 pixels. Why you should buy iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. The iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max are the most powerful iPhones that have ever been made. The iPhone 14 Pro models run Apple's new A16 Bionic processor, which not only gives the best performance an iPhone has ever had, but also makes the photos and videos look better. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max have more noticeable improvements. These include everything that's new in the 14, plus an upgraded main camera with a larger 48-megapixel sensor, an ultra-wide camera that lets you take macro photos, and a third camera with a telephoto lens. Their A16 chip is much faster. Geekbench 5 says that the A15 chip in the iPhone 13 Pro is already about 1.8 times faster than the A12 chip in the iPhone XS. The A16 chip in the iPhone 14 Pro should make things even better. Short comparison from iPhone XS and higher models. Larger screen. The iPhone XS has a 5.8-inch screen, while the 14 Pro is likely to have a 6.1-inch screen. The iPhone 14 Pro's display will be at least 375 nits brighter than the iPhone XS for standard content, making it much easier to see. Apple took away 3D Touch from the iPhone 11 Pro and newer models. With 3D Touch, you could press hard on the screen to open menus or other hidden features. Haptic Touch took the place of 3D Touch. It has fewer features and works with a press and hold gesture instead of a deep press. Longer battery life. The iPhone 13 Pro can play videos for 22 hours, while the iPhone XS can only play videos for 14 hours. Rumors say that iPhone 14 Pro models could have even bigger batteries. Triple lens rear camera system. The iPhone XS has a dual lens rear camera system, but the iPhone 11 Pro and later models have a triple lens rear camera system with an ultra-wide lens for zoomed-out photos. It's hard to believe, but the first iPhone didn't have a lot of features that we take for granted now, like the ability to copy and paste, 3G or 5G, or even apps. You could even only sync it on the desktop with iTunes. Since 2007, Apple has made a number of changes to the design of the iPhone. With the iPhone 3G and 3GS, the metal design was replaced with a plastic one, and with the iPhone 4, glass was used instead. With the iPhone 5, metal was used again. Then, with the iPhone 8, iPhone X, and iPhone XS, glass was used again. In 2020, the company released iPhones with 5G, better cameras, and many other features. In 2021, they released the iPhone 13 family, and in 2022, they released the iPhone 14 family. So what do you think? Do these iPhone models worth buying? Do these improvements justify price hike? Kindly give your valuable opinion in the comments section below. Here our video comes to an end. We hope you have enjoyed our video. Kindly give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more interesting updates from us. Thanks for watching the video.